You know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him to come and touch it.
Rivalry between Tank and Crawford has been intensifying, showing no signs of cooling down anytime soon. For the past few days, the two boxing stars have been exchanging verbal jabs, keeping fans hooked. What began as a minor spark has now escalated into a full-blown war of words, with neither man willing to back down. As things stand, Tank is actively calling out Crawford, confident that he can put him to sleep when they finally step into the ring.
Beat it. And what champ? Come on, man. Tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm going to come up here where the big boys at.
It all started when Tank expressed his frustration over not being invited to the Ring Magazine Gala, a prestigious event attended by some of the biggest names in boxing. Feeling snubbed, Davis took to social media to vent his anger. In true Gervonta fashion, his posts were fiery and filled with criticism toward those who had the privilege of attending. But as always, he deleted them within minutes, thinking they would vanish into thin air. Unfortunately for him, the internet never forgets. Screenshots spread like wildfire, catching the attention of Terence Crawford. Always quick to seize an opportunity, Crawford decided to stir the pot, posting a sharp jab on X. "I see somebody mad they wasn't invited to the Ring Magazine Gala." That single line was enough to set Tank off. Never one to let an insult slide. Gervonta fired back with a series.
He's smart. He can box.
Yes.
And he explosive. You know what I mean? But I'm saying skill-wise and in the mind, I don't think neither one.
What began as a petty argument about a gala quickly escalated into a heated debate over money, legacy, and who truly reigns supreme. In the boxing world, Tank, known for his flashy lifestyle and love of showing off, made it clear that he believed his bank account put him ahead of Crawford. He posted, "And I still make more than you," in what felt like a direct challenge to Bud's pride. But Crawford wasn't about to let that slide. He fired back with a cutting remark, accusing Gervonta of being obsessed with money and having no real interest in building a meaningful legacy. For Crawford, it wasn't just about who was richer, it was about who had faced.
You and Terence Crawford would be one of the biggest in boxing.
We're not talking about about the fight. Me and Turkana know each other, and then we wanna.
Bad blood isn't entirely new. Tank has been at odds with Crawford ever since he sided with his close friend Errol Spence Jr. during Spence's rivalry with Crawford. Back in 2023, Crawford and Spence had one of the most talked-about fights of the year, and Tank made it clear whose corner he was in. That old grudge has only added fuel to the fire, making their current feud even more intense. But just when it seemed like things might cool down, Tank took the argument to an ugly place. He posted a tweet that many felt crossed a major line. In his now-deleted post, he made a cruel comment about Crawford's family, saying, "And he got like 8 kids and his wife like 380 lbs. Yeah, Bud gotta work overtime." It didn't take long for fans to react. Though the post was deleted within minutes, screenshots had already spread across social media. Outrage.
You know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I would.
People weren't shy about sharing their opinions. Comments like, "Tank deletes all his defamatory tweets. He throws shots, then hides his hands. A 30-year-old man acting like this. Pathetic," flooded the platform. Others criticized Davis for making things so personal, saying he had gone too far. One fan even wrote, "Tank insecure. He fighting Lamont Roach while Terence Crawford getting a Canelo fight. Tank know deep down he need to fight big dogs. Crawford fighting top dogs and getting to that cheese." The general sentiment was that Gervonta had crossed the line, and many fans.
How good is Terence Crawford?
Terence Crawford is good, but he's not what people make him seem.
As the online feud continues to heat up, both fighters are at very different points in their careers. Tank is gearing up for his upcoming fight against Lamont Roach Jr. While Roach is a skilled opponent, many fans and critics believe Tank should be facing bigger names. Accusations of him playing it safe and avoiding top-tier competition have only fueled the criticism, even from Bud himself. On the other hand, Crawford is riding high after his dominant victory over Errol Spence Jr. last year. His name is now being mentioned alongside the biggest stars in boxing, and he's currently in talks for a potential super fight against Canelo Alvarez, one that could go down as one of the biggest matchups in recent history. Negotiations are reportedly being handled by Turki Al-Sheikh and
about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that.
The difference in their career trajectories has become another major point of contention in their feud. Crawford's fans are quick to point out that while Bud is chasing legacy-defining fights, Tank seems more focused on easy paydays. The contrast is hard to ignore, and it has only intensified the tension between the two. Crawford, who has always been about proving himself in the ring, clearly sees himself on a higher level than Davis. Meanwhile, Tank's supporters argue that his star power and knockout ability make him one of the most exciting fighters in the sport, regardless of his opponents. As the insults continue to fly, fans can't help but wonder if all this animosity will eventually lead to a showdown in the ring. A fight between GervontaDavis and Terence Crawford would be a massive event, no doubt. But there are significant obstacles to making it happen. For one, the two fighters compete in different weight classes. Tank is a natural lightweight, while Crawford has been fighting at welterweight and is even considering a move up to super middleweight. The logistics of making...
He's at a lower weight class than me. He's at 135, I'm at 147. That's 2 weight classes apart.
So he would have to come up.
Yeah, because I wouldn't never.
You can't get that low.
So that's not gonna happen. Because I saw people talking about it. You don't think that'll ever happen?
No.
Crawford has firmly established himself as one of boxing's all-time greats. At 37 years old, he has accomplished it all, winning world titles across 4 weight classes, becoming the undisputed champion in 2 of them, and maintaining a flawless record of 41 wins. But despite a career that most fighters could only dream of, Crawford isn't ready to quietly ride off into the sunset. He has made it clear that before he retires, he wants to take on the biggest names the sport has to offer. And one of those names might just be Teofimo.
T.O. sees something, and he believes that he can beat Crawford. No matter what nobody else thinks. It's all about what he thinks.
No, of course.
You know, I think it's a great fight. I think it's an awesome fight.
The reigning WBO super lightweight champion hasn't been shy about calling Crawford out. Known for his brash confidence and sharp tongue, Lopez recently spoke with Box Nation, where he made it clear who he wants to fight next. When asked about his dream opponent for 2025, Lopez boldly dropped Crawford's name, showing no hesitation, about stepping into the ring with one of the most feared fighters in the sport. One of the top ones. But right now, since Canelo is here, it would be Crawford.
147 sounds pleasing to me. 154 with Crawford sounds good to me. You know, we'll see. You know, it's not that much names. We got a new division now, new faces in my division. So
it's no surprise that Lopez has his sights set on Crawford. A fight with Bud wouldn't just be a massive payday, it would also be a chance for Lopez to cement his own legacy. At 27 years old, Lopez is already a 2-weight world champion and has shown flashes of brilliance in the ring. His upset victory over Vasily Lomachenko in 2020 put him on the map as one of boxing's rising stars, but facing Crawford would be an entirely different challenge. Bud's skill, experience, and ability to adapt in the...
Teofimo Lopez was here tonight. He says that would be his dream matchup to go ahead and fight Terence. He says he's willing to even move up to 154. What are your thoughts?
Trash. No, because he talked too much shit. He used to be a humble.
Lopez isn't stopping at just Crawford. He's also eyeing potential fights with GervontaDavis and Devin Haney, 2 of the biggest names in boxing today. If it's not Crawford, then GervontaDavis and Devin Haney. Lopez said, making it clear that he's ready to take on anyone willing to step up. And in true Teofimo fashion, he didn't hold back when talking about what would happen if he got them in the ring. They talking a lot, so I think we just got to execute them, he said, displaying the same
I think the only guy that's dumb enough to take it, because he has a lot of ego right now. I mean, for him to even call somebody that I know of, just to be like, this is how I want my things to be presented, it just already lets me know it's over his head, and that's Terence Crawford. I can't think of these other guys because they haven't made back the investment.
The current WBC champion in recess at super lightweight already has some history with Lopez. According to recent reports, Haney revealed that Lopez turned down an offer to fight him after Saudi Arabian sports mogul Turki Alalshik attempted to set up the bout. Haney didn't hold back, accusing Lopez of ducking a potential showdown. For fans, it's just another layer of drama in the already complicated world of boxing politics. While Lopez's next opponent hasn't been officially confirmed, the rumor mill is spinning with several names.
I did call out Crawford. When I beat Lomachenko, Crawford didn't have no problem saying that he'll come down and fight me. So what's up? People are going to be like, ooh, that's a challenge.
Lopez's willingness to call out so many big names has certainly gotten people talking, but it has also raised questions about whether he's taking on more than he can handle. Crawford, Davis, and Haney are no ordinary fighters. Each is a proven champion with unique skills that make them dangerous in the ring. Crawford's ability to switch stances and systematically break down his opponents is legendary. Davis's explosive power and relentless aggression make him one of the most exciting fighters in the sport, and Haney's technical skill and defensive mastery have earned him a reputation as...
One of those two fights interests you more, GervontaDavis or Terence Crawford?
Whichever monkey wants to get the banana.
You said which monkey wants the banana first?
Bro, that sounds racist, man. Nah, but hey, listen to everyone. Look, I'm talking about two fighters that are the best at what they do just as much as I do. I'm not talking about people's color.
Lopez. These fights represent more than just a chance to prove himself. They're an opportunity to silence his critics. Despite his success, Lopez has faced plenty of backlash for his outspoken nature and occasional struggles in the ring. His split decision win over Sandor Martin in late 2022 left many fans questioning whether he still had the fire that made him a champion. But if Lopez can secure wins against any of these three fighters, Crawford, Davis, or Haney...
Wanting a fight with Terence Crawford, why do you want to fight with him so bad?
Because out of despair, out of a mountain of despair, a stone of hope.
A's for Crawford, the idea of facing Lopez might be tempting, but it's clear that his sights are set on even bigger challenges, with talk of a potential fight against Canelo. Alvarez gaining traction, Crawford is looking to end his career on the highest possible note. A showdown with Canelo would be a historic event, pitting two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world against each other. Negotiations are reportedly being handled by Turki Alalshik, and if the fight comes together, it could easily go down as...
Make sure, tell Terence Crawford, keep his name out your mouth. You know what I mean? He talking crazy. He talking crazy. You think about that one?
Nah, it was just some, talking on some Twitter, like back and forth. I was joking around, but people, how people get.
Crawford has never been one to back down from a challenge, and if Lopez continues to make noise, it wouldn't be surprising to see Bud take him up on his offer. A fight between the two would be a clash of generations. Crawford's experience and technical brilliance against Lopez's youthful energy and unshakable confidence. For now, all eyes are on what's next for both fighters. Lopez is in the prime of his career, and with so many big names on his radar, the next few years could define his legacy. Crawford, on the other hand, is nearing the end of his journey, but he's determined to go out on top. Whether it's Lopez, Canelo, or someone else entirely, Bud's final chapter promises to be just as thrilling as everything that came before. As Terence Crawford's legendary career approaches its final act, his ambitions remain sky high. At 37, the undefeated pound-for-pound king is chasing a mega fight that could solidify his legacy forever, a showdown with the equally iconic Canelo Alvarez. While Crawford has already accomplished everything a fighter could dream of, the allure of facing Canelo, who has dominated across multiple weight classes, is too great to resist. Crawford's pursuit of this historic clash recently took him to London for the prestigious Ring Magazine Awards, where he began laying the groundwork for the fight. At the event, Crawford reportedly engaged in discussions with Turki Al-Alshik, the Saudi boxing powerhouse behind some of the biggest fights in recent years. The prospect of this fight happening in Saudi Arabia, with its glitzy venues and unmatched financial backing, has added another layer of excitement to what could be a fight for the age.
I got a question for you, Tank. At 147, how does a fight with you and Terence Crawford look?
147?
147.
Shit, I tapped that chain. You know he going to sleep.
I already know. I already know he
He ain't
is.
got no chance.
I already know he is.
He said no chance.
I got round 5.
Shit, I got round.
However, not everyone in the boxing world was thrilled about Crawford's trip to London. GervontaDavis, in particular, had plenty to say about it online. Crawford, noticing Davis's complaints, decided to respond in a sly yet stinging way. But the war of words didn't stop there. Davis wasn't done. His frustration boiled over. As he posted, "Y'all think he's chasing greatness? He's not. That's what he has to do to make decent money. F boys."
Terence Crawford, Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, you felt their punches. Who hits harder to you?
Like when I sparred Terence Crawford, so I was 20 years old at the time. So it's like he was trying to man me, like, I'm gonna show you a little boy type stuff. But like what you just said, so I'm mature for my age. So, so that's why we even out. Well,
Right.
even a little boy now. So,